It's a bear. Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzma with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. I've got the pier cam on here. We have an underwater pier cam down the road from us at the Deerfield Beach Pier, and it's just unbelievable. I'm going to start using this cam a little bit more as well, along with the pier cam that I show in Lauderdale by the Sea. Those are bait fish, right, by the way, if you're not a saltwater fisherman, but you can see everything. That's a look-down fish, but I'm not here to talk about fish, but wow, what a cool way to start the show, huh? It's a beautiful morning out there. I think it's about 80 degrees. Let me close this window a little bit here. You can find this. This is called the Live Deerfield Beach Cam, Florida, USA, underwater cam. I think that was that a snapper that just went by? No, but again, you can see everything, snook, tarpon, you name it. So let's talk about what we're going to talk about, which is not fishing. I love to fish, though, if you don't know, and I'm also a surfer. That's why I love the water. I start the morning out with looking at the water. SilverSqueeze War Day 3. What is the result of SilverSqueeze Day 3? Well, you've probably already looked in the morning if you're part of the SilverSqueeze crew, and obviously if you're watching my show, you're probably checking the prices of silver and gold and platinum a couple times a day, I would bet. So you already know this, but let's take a look. You know, unfortunately, not much here as far as on the upside of the SilverSqueeze May 1st thing, but I kind of expected that, and I hope there's not a lot of disappointment out there on the by some of the younger folks and the people that have pushed for the SilverSqueeze May 1st deal. And again, I don't know what their expectations were, whether they planned it going up overnight or during the week. However, I don't hope that they don't get disappointed, because I knew from the very start this is not some kind of deal that 60, 70,000 people are going to just go out and buy some silver and the price is going to go up overnight. This is much more complex than that. There's a lot of paper at play, a lot of big entities at play, and there's a lot of silver still out there physical above ground, but not, again, there is a shortage going on, and there's not much physical above ground silver right out there at the moment. There may be some large entities holding on to silver, and one of them I think is JP. They don't own a short position anymore. I believe they have a long position, and they have a big physical position as well. So I think they're setting up for higher prices. I don't know who the major shorts are out there as far as gold, silver, and we won't discuss platinum. Platinum's kind of on its own, but in the gold and silver markets, I don't know who the big short positions, but it is not, JP is not a short position from my understanding. We did a little show about that a while ago, so for all the folks out there to just keep screaming about JP's short position, they haven't had a short position for a little while now, and they unwound that position. I don't know how magically they did, but my understanding is they're completely out of a short position, but you never know with some of these big companies. But it seems like they are, and I've also, through the rumor mill, and I won't say a rumor mill, but my understanding is that they had turned that, they went from a short position to having a big long position now, and a lot of silver on hand as well. So they may be part of the reason that there's not a lot of physical silver out there as well. I'm not quite sure, but I'm told that they're holding in vaults some ungodly amount of silver. Again, not quite sure how much, but no less. Let's take a look at the spot prices again. 1782. Gold is up $3.54, which you kind of would think the opposite a little bit. But again, I think a lot of people, and especially I think a lot of the younger folks on that Silver Wall Street page. I don't want them to get disappointed, but I think they kind of overrated or not overrated, but I think they were expecting a little bit too much too soon, perhaps. However, this is a long game. This is not a short game, and I think that the elders out on the Wall Street Silver website, or the Reddit website Wall Street Silver, the elders out there, the guys that are listened to, should be pointing this out. This is a long game. This is not a short get-rich game. This is a long game, mostly about the preservation of wealth. I'll get into that in a little bit. Let's meanwhile take a look. Again, gold 1782 up $3. Kind of interesting. What was the range? 1771 to 1783. So gold's holding on to this upper 1700 level. I mean, it held. We dipped down slightly below 1700. Not much. Didn't stay there long. A month ago, was it? A month and a half or something? Anyway, I didn't think it would. It was just a great opportunity to buy the dips. It did scare a lot of people. Same thing with silver. silver. Silver kind of dipped down to that 25 range, high 24s, and it kind of stayed. But silver did pretty good. It kind of held its own there, and I think there's a lot of reasons for that. Again, and maybe it's because of a JP long position. Maybe it's because the shorts were trying to cover why it stayed at that and didn't go much lower. Maybe because, not maybe because, there is a lot of physical being demanded out there. So for folks that are saying there is no short supply right now of silver, they are pretty much wrong for sure. There is a supply. There is a problem with supply. A couple people out there have said, like Perth Mint came out and said, well, if there's such a supply issue, how come nobody's ordering 1,000-ounce bars? Well, guess what? Now people are ordering 1,000-ounce bars. They're the worst freaking thing you can buy because they're very, very difficult to sell. But no less, people are buying 1,000-ounce bars now. Silver, the range is $26.16 to $26.65. Considering that we saw $27 on Monday, which was very kind of odd. We did see an uptick on Monday. I'm not quite sure why, and so did we with gold too. Gold, all three metals were up on Monday. So the start of the silver squeeze, which I found a bit odd. So I don't think the silver squeeze has had a short-term effect, at the Wall Street silver screen, and I don't think it will have a short-term effect. However, I believe they're going to be like a snowball. If they don't get disappointed and they don't get let down and they don't let their expectations get too high, and they get rid of the get-rich-quick people that are always, gosh, I'm going to make a fortune in silver. There's always those guys out there. Not get rid of them, but not listen to them. Again, this is about wealth preservation, and it's more of a long game. So, I mean, if they keep buying and keep stacking silver, that takes silver off the market in the long run. They got 70,000 members right now, and again, if they keep stacking those 70,000 members, even a small amount at a time, and they keep growing, they will have a big impact on the price of silver at some point. They really, truly will. Again, I hope that the fact that they didn't get rich this week does not disappoint them. Let's see, again, silver, 26.16 to 26.65. We've got a pretty wide range there, and platinum, 12.14 to 12.41. I think we're going to be about range bound here for the rest of the week. Chinese holiday ends this evening. Tomorrow's like a half day of work for the Chinese, and then I think they have another national holiday on Thursday or Friday, I forget. Pretty much the week was shot as far as markets in China. But I think they still trade. But again, holiday weekends are usually soft. This is usually, again, the week where metals get monkey hammered. And perhaps the monkey hammering kind of occurred, but it just didn't have a big effect. I don't know if anyone's thought of that either. So maybe we are looking at a really good market here at 26.50, even though it didn't go to above 27 and 17.82. Maybe it is being monkey hammered, but it's just holding strong where it's at. Again, that might be the case with the Chinese out of the market. I'm surprised there's this much strength. So that surprises me. I like these metals again. Who cares? 1725, 1790, 1850. 1900. If you're buying gold at sub 2000 and you're in the medium long game here, you got nothing to worry about. I mean, it's always nice to buy at a lower price, but you're going to look back at $1,700, $1,800, $1,900, $2,000 gold. I think you're going to look back, if you're my age and you plan on living another 20 years, 30 years or more, I think when you're going to look back at $2,500 gold like we look back at $8. Like we look back at $700 gold now. So at some point, again, the printing has got out of control. The money's got out of control. I don't think they're going to be able to control inflation. I think we're in a commodity super boom. A lot of good reasons why we're going to see an acceleration in the price of gold and silver here coming up soon. But no less, as I said, keep in mind, if you make a lot of money quickly, great. But that's not the expectation here, folks. If you shouldn't be buying gold and silver if your intention is to get rich quick. It's mostly about wealth preservation. Let's take a look at gata.org first. This is on your homework page. I'm not going to read any of these articles today. I'm going to assume that you have already read most of them here during the week. New York Sun groupthink makes the Fed looks like old Soviet central banks. One of the interesting things I took out of this article right here is that, and they made a really good point, is that all the Federal Reserve board members, none of them dissent from each other. They all vote in unison. So it's almost like he's kind of mentioning here an old Soviet-style central bank where, yes, sir, there's no people in the room, and that's, I think, is what we got going on at the Federal Reserve. Is there's no people, there's no dissenters in there, and if there are, I've not heard from them. And again, good article, makes a very good point. You've got all the same people in here all agreeing to make the same mistakes over and over and over. So you won't see any change as far as the Fed goes until you get some fresh blood in there that says no. COMEX gold delivery update by Mr. Hemke. Kind of interesting. He talks about maybe we should do a at gold squeeze too. Listen, if you're out there buying silver and you're part of the Wall Street Silver Group, or you're just a silver stacker only, you should be buying gold as well. I know it's hard to look at, $200 worth of gold, which is about the size of your fingernail, and you look at your gold 10-ounce bar. I know it's tough to do, but gold is that much rare and that much more expensive. I recommend that you be diversified into both metals, gold, silver, and I like platinum as well. I won't tell you how much you put in each of the metals, but I think that you should certainly own each of those three metals. And your preference, whatever you want to be a little bit heavier into. Chicago says goodbye to CME's last commodity trading pits. That doesn't have a lot to do with gold and silver and platinum. In a way it does, but we've already passed that point. We're past trading pits. Everything is electronic now, and we're in the electronic age when it comes to trading. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing because we're still in the discovery period, and I think this is the reason why you're seeing such screwed up gold and silver prices, because the spot prices are screwed up. The discovery process is screwed up, in my opinion. I believe that what you're paying to own real gold and silver, a gold bar, a silver coin in your hand, that is what, and again, not the most expensive product you can buy in gold and silver, but the cheapest product that you can buy in gold and silver bullion. The cheapest product that you can buy in a recognizable name, a brand product, or not even a brand product, but a recognizable product. The cheapest product you can buy is what the real price of silver is worth. So if I can go out there and the cheapest silver I can buy is spot plus $2 or spot plus $3, that is what the real price of silver is, not what you see on your screen here. The price discovery process is screwed up. It's LMBA, the London folks, and the COMEX folks. So they've been the ones in charge of the paper price, and they've screwed it up pretty much. And again, in my opinion, they're in bed with these big entities and government. But I digress, and we've talked about that many times as well. Let's again take a look at gata.org. If you haven't, if you're new to this videos that I do, this is your homework, folks. This is like your professor. I want you to learn this stuff yourself. I don't want to be sitting here reading this to you every day. I want you to, again, I'm here to teach you how to do this stuff, teach you how to make your own trades, teach you what the best deals are. And at some point, you won't even need to watch these videos. And good, fine. Hopefully by then, if you live in my area, I've made you a good customer. And if you don't live in my area, hopefully I've made you a smarter buyer and a good customer for your local dealer. Let's take a look at ZH and see what's out there as children are for my, okay, no, COMEX gold delivery update. I saw that in gata.org. How much gold do I need in my portfolio? Funny enough, we talked about the other day, we talked about that in a video yesterday, I believe, or the day before. And I get asked that quite often. How much gold or silver should I own in my total investments? Well, that's a tough question. I couldn't even answer it. I remember 30, 40, maybe, oh God, probably 40 years ago, speaking to during the 1980s gold market when gold was like $800-900 an ounce. I was working at my father's store, and we started to meet a lot of investment people, investment counselors, what do they call, or paid investment guys that tell people how to spend their money. They started coming in because they were buying into the gold market, buying and selling, and some of them were doing physical stuff, so they were coming in. And I remember speaking to a few of these guys, and they were high-paid people. They worked for millionaires at the time. There were no billionaires, I think. They worked for millionaires, and I remember them, more than one of them, saying, "Yeah, we recommend that our clients always keep a minimum, no matter when, always have a minimum of 10% of, maybe 10 as high as 15% of their money in some kind of hard tangible asset that they actually physically own." I said, well, that's interesting. And they said in a bullish market, 20% we recommend. So there you go. That's the only thing I know, and I'm not giving investment advice. I'm not saying that that's the way to do it, but that's what I heard when I was younger. I haven't heard anything since. If anyone's got a good link out there, put it in the comment section. What professionals or other professionals, not some guy in a garage, but what real professionals think is the best way to how much money you should put in the precious metals. Probably anybody that's a professional investment counselor now has no clue about gold and silver, so they'll tell you zero. But I just throw it out there. Let's see what else is going on. Janet Yellen's flip-flop. Well, come on. Listen, they work for the government. Janet is no longer the Fed, works on the Fed. You know, the Fed was independent somewhat from the government, pretty much independent. They do what they want. They're not accountable to anyone. But I think she's forgot that she works for the government now. So she's got to be their mouthpiece here. So she can't just say what she wants. That's why she flip-flopped yesterday. But it did cause, you notice how just Janet Yellen saying that we may have to raise interest rates yesterday absolutely whacked the frickin' stock market. How solid is that market if just what the Treasury Secretary says can knock the shit out of it? Excuse me. Over 8 million jobs below pre-COVID levels. ADP employment data disappoints in April. That doesn't surprise me at all. Again, the recovery that we're going to see is just everything getting back to half of normal if we're lucky. And again, that's my opinion. Not too much again in gold and silver and platinum, but again, I like ZH. Again, I keep saying again. It's usually something that I repeat over and over on the show. I'm sorry about that. I like ZH, as you know, because there is different types of articles and different opinions, different viewpoints. Unlike corporate media that gives you a single narrative, which I hate. I like multiple narratives. I like to be able to pick what I think is the truth, not have someone tell me what the truth is. Let's take a look at, where the heck are we now? We're going to look at some comments that we made. Hey, the Wall Street Silver. I kind of refreshed this page. I wanted to see, I don't know how to navigate around here real well, folks. I'm kind of a little clueless when it comes to the Reddit page. I'm going to expand this out a little bit and just kind of see what kind of comments I can see. I just discovered the other day if I hit this button, I can read the discussion. So yeah, I know. You're listening to me about gold and silver. I know that. Trust me. I know my metals, but yeah, I have my downsides. So why I stack. But anyways, I just discovered that you can click those buttons and read the other articles. Wall Street is going to crush the silver shorts. That's a video. I won't get into this. And again, most of the Wall Street silver seems to be guys posting what they have bought. I love to see that, especially like this, because this is what I'm always telling you folks to buy. Buy the bars. 100-ounce bars are the best deal. If you can't buy 100-ounce bars, try to buy 10s or 1s. Keep it under $5. Don't buy that high premium stuff. And this, unfortunately, is high premium right here. This guy with the silver bar in his hand has a far better deal, and he'll make more money. Well, I won't say more money because I don't know what their price point is. But if both these guys, the silver bar guy here and the Canadian maple leaf guy here, bought at the same exact silver price from the exact same dealer, it is more than likely that this guy is going to make more money because he paid less for that bar than the guy did for these pretty beautiful. And actually they are, but they're substantially more. These are substantially more than these, and Silver Eagles are even crazier. Look at that. There's I love these. These were probably some of the prettiest silver ever made. Look, that's the elemental. Remember elementals? I told you a story about I almost lost 6 figures of money to those guys and my silver melt because I do refining. You know, we do a lot of silver refining. But that's elemental actually, which once was Ohio Precious Metals, and they got taken down by NTR in that big scam, that big Peruvian dirty silver, dirty gold scam. But that's a whole nother story, and you can find that on my past videos where I talked about this company for a whole day. God, I forgot about those guys. Let's just take a look down here again. Not too much discussion. Everyone, I don't know if my local silver guy was on drugs or not. Your local silver guy could be on drugs. I guess a lot of people are on some form of drugs or just not paying attention, but I traded him the weird green toilet paper, and he gave me silver. Ah, I get it. Yeah, your fiat currency. Well, good on you. Stacking there. This gentleman stacked a few more ounces. It looks like he bought the right stuff. 1 ounce generic rounds. He bought the right stuff. As long as he didn't pay more than $5 an ounce premium, he's probably okay. Well, again, I don't see too much conversation out here. Someone's going to have to point me out and give me a link to some really deep discussion that goes on out here on the Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Silver site here. Again, 72,000 people out there. Pretty interesting. My opinion, again, there I go again. My opinion, as I said, is that I hope that these folks don't get disappointed. I hope that their goal wasn't to cause the silver price to immediately shoot up through the roof. you know, I hope that wasn't their expectations. I hope that they keep a medium and a long-term game plan involved here, and that they have bigger aspirations and a get-rich-quick kind of thing. And I believe they do. The enthusiasm is just fantastic. Again, there's a lot of amateur mistakes that are probably being made out there, but everyone makes them when they're in the learning process. I hope there's some, I think they call them silver apes. I hope there's some silver apes out here that are giving the good advice to these guys. That's really about it for this. I'm going to move over to yesterday's video, Gold and Silver Squeeze War Day 2. Not too much to talk about. A few things on here, just kind of looking over some of the comments here. Let's take a look. Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, here we go. I'm just going to answer a few. I want to thank everybody. I'm going to blow your name up here. Thank you. I'm going to say thank you as I go by. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't answer them all. Let's see, United States. But I want to try to read the ones here that are going to be more. Again, I want to thank all of you folks for posting this stuff. I do read every comment out there. Every comment I do read. And again, answering them all is a little tougher now than it used to be. Let's take a look here as I go down. One Kai, the first time I've seen you post here, I'm in the group. Again, folks, I read these posts, trust me. I am in the group of WSS. Thanks for mentioning us. The Wall Street Silver. We're growing very fast and recently thanks to media on YouTube. Well, that's good to hear, sir, and I'm glad that, as I said, I hope there's some experienced guys out there giving some good experienced advice. And let's take a look here. Beto D says, I think the Wall Street silver people really haven't told the younger stackers that just get into what's stacking silver for, or what they, again, that's what I was just talking about, Beto. I kind of wondered the same thing. I hope that they're getting some good advice and some good guidance out there, because, you know, a lot of them were expecting May 1st, and they're buying billboards, and then all of a sudden you see silver's down the next day 50 cents. It went up 27, you're excited, and then you get the big letdown on Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, that's why I'd like to be there. You know, I'd like to have someone be able to tell them, calm down, relax, don't worry about it, stay in the game, and we're going to do very well. Let's take a look here, keep going here, and really there's not too much. Oh yeah, now we ride ask, question of the Perth meant 1 ounce gold bars considered just bullion? I can answer that, that's a quickie. Yes, they are, sir, all 1 ounce. All bullion is anything that is sold for a slight, or now I guess there's no slight premiums, anything that's sold for a premium over its gold price that's not collector orientated. So that would include gold eagles, maple leafs, even gold bars, 90% silver. That is all considered bullion. Let me move on. Thanks for watching too. Now we ride. Oh, there we go. Silver Lion Stack says, us older apes on WSS are trying to impart some wisdom to these young apes. I do enjoy the enthusiasm of these newcomers. I'm with you 100%, Silver Lion Stacker, and I hope you guys are letting these guys not be disappointed at the fact that, you know, again, it jumped to 27 on Monday. Even my eyebrows raised, but then I saw that gold had gone up, and so did platinum, and it didn't make sense to me. And it's also, what bothers me, though, not bothers me, what troubles me a little bit is, you know, I expected the metals to get monkey hammered worse this week. And again, the week's not over. It's only Wednesday, so maybe I spoke too soon. But really, with the Asian holiday, slower trading, we're in May right now, I really expected a little more monkey hammering. So maybe the silver buying had some effect by keeping silver in that range right there. I don't know. Tough to say. Let's go down here. Again, I want to thank all of you folks for watching. Chris Dutcher says, I've been stacking for years now, but being retired and low fixed income, it's hard to make the stack taller. One mistake I corrected years ago was that I loved American Silver Eagles, and that's all I bought until I realized I needed to sell some Silver Eagles for bills, that I did not get much more in return for the Eagles for the silver rounds. Yeah, that's why he stopped buying Eagles. Exactly, Chris. I mean, as beautiful as they are, especially right now, I mean, they cost me wholesale like spot plus $8 or $9. I think it's $9 now. I wouldn't buy them. I wouldn't even stock them at that price. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've got tons here on hand, and the only reason I have them is because I try to talk customers out of buying them. I think they're overpriced, and I'm trying to make a deal right now with another dealer to trade all my Silver Eagles for generic 1 ounce or 10 ounce bars. I don't want them. They're overpriced. I'd rather take the premium and sell my customers cheaper product. That's my opinion. Good on you, Chris. I think you nailed it. Chris says the guy who sold his house may get a silver lining going all in on silver if you bought in July of 2017 when the price was around 15. You know, I thought about that too, Chris. You know, we were talking about that guy on the Wall Street Reddit forum yesterday that said that he sold his house and bought all silver. I don't know if it's true or not, but exactly, I was thinking that too. Well, how can he complain? You know, he's done quite well. He's a 40% up if he bought then. I don't think he would have even done that with his house if he had kept his house. You know, Adobe Dad, I saw your opinion doesn't match the facts. Stop being a gold and silver pumper and tell your viewers the truth about precious metals market being manipulated. Well, I have talked about, have you been watching my show, sir? I have talked about that quite often. But if you actually told the truth, oh, here we go, you'd be out of business. The only people getting rich in this fake silver shortage dealers like you, exclamation. The retail customers, your customers are getting screwed by dealers like you and big bank manipulators. And then he goes on up here about, at least I'm telling the truth about crypto. So, Dobie, I think you're probably a really good guy. There's no doubt about that. You like dogs and stuff like that. So how can you be an awful guy? I just think you had a few too many beers maybe, and maybe you paid too much, or you bought some Silver Eagles and you're overpriced, or maybe you're disappointed silver is not as high as it is. And maybe you're just disappointed that premiums are way high, and I can't blame you for being disappointed. I'm disappointed as well. But is it dealer's fault? No, sir. You're absolutely incorrect on this. This is pure, and it's basic 101 supply and demand, which is basic capitalism. Pure capitalism is what's going on here. No, it's not greedy dealers getting rich on it. Yes, there is big banks manipulating the price of metals out there. They're manipulating the price of stocks and bonds. They're manipulating the price of your home. They manipulate. So there's all types of manipulation. We've talked about this for years. I acknowledge this. So I don't know if you ever watched any of my shows or you just watched a part of this and made this statement, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're a super nice guy. You had a couple too many beers, and you're incorrect on this, sir. Anyway, I hope you keep watching Dobie Dad. You have a nice day anyways, and I appreciate you at least tuning in. But watch the rest of my shows. You'll figure out that I am not wrong and screwed by dealers like you. I don't expect an apology, but no less, I don't want one either. I just want you to not be so stressed out. Anyways, have a good day, sir. And Michael Maladona, I'm sorry, I butchered your name. I apologize, dude. Hey, are there capsules or anything for 100-ounce silver bars? No, sir, and brings up a good point. I've had guys come in and buy 1-ounce silver rounds from me, and I'm all about buying the cheapest that you can possibly buy. So if you're buying silver rounds, right now they cost like spot plus $4.50 if they're available, or spot plus $5 or something like that. Premium's really high in my opinion, but maybe it's just really the paper price is too low, but that's a whole different story. So I have customers come in wanting to put their all their 1-ounce coins in like 25 or 50 cent plastic capsules, and I say, you're just adding 25 and 50 cent price per unit to your silver, and you're not adding any value, and it doesn't matter if they get scratched. So Michael, don't put your bars in capsules. As soon as you sell them to a dealer, we usually rip them out of the capsule, throw the capsule away. Adds no value to it. In fact, it just costs you money. And if there was a capsule for a 100-ounce bar, it probably cost you $1 or $2 or $3. I'd tell you, go have an ice cream or get a beer for that money. Thanks for watching, Mike. I appreciate it. All these guys, God, you guys are the best out there. Thanks for the comments, all you folks out here. Jay Gill did bring up a good comment. I'm starting to think that comics could never be drained out. You know why comics can't be drained out, Jay Gill? There's just a simple answer for this. Not many people know this, but back when the Hunt brothers cornered the silver market, the comics changed the rules. They basically came out, and silver is one of the only markets that can do this, that if they don't deliver, if comics defaults with silver, they have a rule in there that says, and I believe I'm correct on this, they did it a long time ago, and again, it's one of the only markets that they do this with, that they can settle with you in cash. So they no longer, if they think that you're going to break the bank in silver in comics, I believe that they can say, hey, we don't have the silver, but here's the cash instead, which completely defeats the whole idea behind owning that contract. But no less, I agree with you. And I think big bullion companies are behind the SilverSqueeze. They seem to be really well stocked this time, considering how many people No, I don't think that at all. Now, I don't really know for sure who runs the Wall Street forums on Reddit, but I don't get that at all, because just because of the different variety of people out there and the newbies and the amount of people really that have smaller stacks and stuff. And I don't really see the advertising out there by the bigger companies. And when you say bigger bullion companies, I mean, there are some big bullion companies. There's companies that supply, the U.S. Mint does not sell to the average dealer in order to be a supplier, and with a lot of other mints. But the U.S. Mint, for example, I think when they first started, you had to have, and it's probably even more now, you had to have $1 million in liquid assets. They had to approve you. You had to have all kinds of financials you had to give to them. So those are truly the big guys, and they could give a crap about Reddit. They could give a crap about YouTube or us, any of us. They have direct contracts, and they're selling to dealers like myself. Now, the dealers like myself come in all different levels and sizes. We come in, the small local coin guy in a 500 by 500, a 500 square foot place, to bullion dealers that are, have thousands of square feet and multiple employees. So I'm not quite sure which big bullion companies that you're referring to, but I know most all of them, and I don't think that's the case, sir. I really don't. And I would tell you if I thought it was. If silver is so hard to find right now, like everyone is saying, why do they have so much in stock? Again, they don't have that much in stock. If you go take a look at certain products are available, but not all. So there is a shortage out there. How long the shortage? What's causing the shortage? Well, we know that 2020 closing everything down damn sure causes shortage in scrap metal, refining, mining, and making new products. So there's your thing for sure. But prior to the 2020 virus, I know for a fact that we had hard times placing large orders for silver in 2019. So this has been happening for quite some time. So if you've been following the silver market as long as I have, and as long as some guys, guys that have been doing it for the last several years and following it all the time, you do know that there is a silver shortage. There actually there is a silver shortage without a doubt. Hey, thanks for watching, Jago. I appreciate the comment as well. And wow, I hope I didn't make this show too long. What's the best deals out there? The best deals are still any gold and silver products that you can, or let me talk about gold first. Any gold products that you can buy and not pay over $100 premium, you're doing good. Most gold bars should be out there available anywhere from $70 to $90 over spot, depending on the seller and depending on the number of ounces that you're buying and what the immediate availability is at the time. Same thing with silver. If you're paying more than $5 an ounce on silver, you're paying too much. You should be paying no more than a $5 per ounce premium right now. And even, hey, listen, I admit that's high myself, but we can't get it for much cheaper than that. And that's, I ordered a 10-ounce bar lot, 10-ounce bars, folks, in March. I got it like a week and a half ago, and actually it was gone in 2 days. But it took me over almost 2 months to get a 10-ounce bar order. It's ridiculous. So is there a shortage or a backlog? I don't know, but it's true. But again, anything under $5 on silver, you're good. Anything under $100 on gold, you're good. Anything over that, you're paying too much, in my opinion. And all these gold and silver bars are probably the best deals out there. Coins right now, I suspect that every coin, let's take a look at this image right here. All these coins right here, overpriced. I don't know the availability on these. I haven't seen them out there. Eagles are overpriced. KRs are the best deal in this whole bunch right here. You can probably pick them up for anywhere from $90 to $110 over spot. The next best deal would probably be the Philharmonic if they were available, and then the Maple Leaf, and then the Eagle, and the Buffaloes are the worst deal on this page. Again, I wouldn't recommend any of these products. If you had to buy any of them, buy the KR. It's the best deal there. And I think that's about it. Well, it is. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in lovely Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811 between the hours of 10 and 4, Mondays through Fridays. Happy to help you out with best deal of the day or any other questions you may have. If you don't live in my area, sorry, I can't really help you folks. I'd love to. I hope my advice is helping you, though. And find yourself a good local dealer. Keep that money local. That's what I always say. Keep it, especially in these times, it's important to keep your money in your community. So find yourself a good local dealer, even if you have to drive an hour, at least keep it in your state. And that's it. Have a great day. And, oh, hey, don't forget to take a look at this camera. It makes you smile. It makes me smile every day, too. Look at the school over there. Again, this was the City of Deerfield Beach Cam. Ooh, that was a great fish. Hey, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.